Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. Sarava and I share to you. How are you today? It is the full moon in Aquarius today, and I wanted to offer you all a new moon reading. And so I thought that I would jump on here really quickly just to take a break from the editing that I'm doing. I'm currently editing a 3-hour long interview video for my coven. I was able to interview a very skilled aromatherapy specialist and someone who is a clinical aromatherapist, and we were talking about, oil magic and aromatherapy, aroma magic and things of that nature. So it was a really long interview, and of course, because it's such a long file to edit, I have to take a little break, and I thought the best way to do this would actually be to clear my space a little bit, clear my head a little bit, and to come here and select a deck. And so I'm feeling that I might use my Naked Heart Tarot. How are you? How are we all? How are we all doing today, beautiful souls? How are we all doing? I hope you are doing beautifully. It's a beautiful day. I walked outside. The wind was really agitated, and it felt like a warmer day. I still have my fire on, nevertheless, because it's not that warm. We're still in winter down here. But I wanted to, just to share a little bit about my day with you, see how you're doing. Hope that you are doing well. Hope that you're doing amazingly, in fact, on this new moon. Let me just shake my little shaker jar. I haven't yet lit up my altar for the day. I'm not there today with my altar light up, but everything is fresh. The fire is on. I've got fire in here in some capacity, in a raging capacity at the moment. Oh gosh, so busy. How have you been? I've been so busy. I am preparing for it to take a little bit of time off, and I've been, just creating at a higher, volume to that which I am normally accustomed to. I went to Gordon's yesterday, Gordon White Rune Soup. We had a couple of beers and just touched base. I borrowed some of his books. Check this out. I'm so lucky to have a library. Gordon's library, if you've ever seen it. I've got The Power of the Witch. This is for coven stuff. I've got Slavic Witchcraft. I've got Cleansing Rites and Good Unusual. And then I've got the Red Folder and What Have You by Kat Ironwood. So I've got a little bit of research to do. It's a long story, folks. It's a long story, but it involved me getting chastised by my mother. Something about sharing family secrets. So it wasn't a hardcore chastising, but such is the life of a hereditary witch. So let us have a look at the energies. Oh, let me start with a soul card. Who do I think I am? As if I wasn't going to pull a soul card. Yes, my beautiful babies. I'm feeling light. I'm actually feeling physically a little bit tired, but I'm feeling spiritually, can I speak? Spiritually light today. It's nice. It's a good feeling. Oh my gosh, look, it's a beautiful card. Hang on, let me position myself. Look at this beautiful one. I was just saying I felt really light spiritually. Look at all that white. Look at all that brilliance there. Look at all that just streaming through from spirit. Look at the opening, being open to receive. Look at this one here with the arms crossed. That's actually rejecting the light a little bit. And there is quite nebulous energy around here. So deep tones of blue. So there's, I guess there's a mix of energy right now where there will be some that will be out there really, really open and ready to connect to that, full moon energy, to the sacred nature of the full moon as a whole, which is a very amplifying, very discombobulating type of energy. There's a lot of color, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of will, a lot of emotion. I mean, this is no secret, folks. You speak to industries within law enforcement, and they'll tell you that there's more erratic behavior around the time of the full moon, and that is because that's what the full moon does. It really works on that emotional body. And so there are some that are going to be really open and ready for that, and that need that shaking up, that need to sort of breathe in that element of like wild, free, wild abandon, that type of energy, and really let loose and expand in that way. And then there will be others that will be feeling a little bit more introverted, a little bit more hesitant, still looking up at the light though in such a way to say, yes, I'm present, I'm here, but I'm not quite ready to give it my all yet. And that's perfectly fine. That's a part of, sacred boundaries and honoring. So if you are extroverted or introverted during this full moon, just know that your energies, your bodies, your guides, they're telling you something important about your personal evolution towards expansion. I'm feeling this word expansion. I'm also going on an expansion retreat next weekend, so it's been in the back of my mind, but I was thinking, why do an expansion retreat during the waning moon? I'm such a lunar worker. I'm like, this would have been like, feels like a new to a, waxing to full kind of time. We never know why people do these things. All right, so I've got Naked Heart here. The Naked Heart Tarot by my beautiful friend, Gillian C. Wild. By the way, folks, I was, excuse me, I've been eating walnuts. You know how it is. I have been talking to Gillian quite a bit on Insta, and she talked me into doing a bit of a community share thing over there. And so I've just been sharing sort of like new, not new to Instagram, but new to me accounts, people who are, in the card slinging community as well, who love tarot and mysticism, magic, witchcraft, that kind of thing. And it's been such a nice community building activity, and I'm really, really happy that I am able to participate in this way. But I've got to discover all these new beautiful Instagram accounts, and just really looking at what people create. It's so inspiring that there are so many beautiful creators out there. It's just so inspiring. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's all court, folks. It's a sovereign reading. It's a sovereign reading of all court. So I have the youth of swords, so the page. And then I have the Father of Cups, so King of Cups. And then I have the Mother of Pentacles, and that is the Queen of Pentacles. So I have all court here, which is really, really interesting. And because I am, I have a very high opinion of Aquarius, and every Aquarian that I have known have been really personable people, like really quite popular, very chatty, very personable, really easygoing, loves to cultivate friendships, and just sort of fits in everywhere. They can sort of transform, mix and meld. They're quite magical in their way. Air signs, really chatty, just easy to get to know people. At least that's my perspective. And so I suggest it, like this reading of all court suggests a really busy time, like interacting with really unique personalities and different archetypes, like the Youth of Swords, people with, that perspective, that need to cultivate that solid perspective. The Page of Swords is such a hungry learner and a really active observer as well, and constantly churning and churning and churning and churning. And so go the cogs of the mind. And as they're doing this, they're able to introduce a lot more perspective into the equation on the fly. At least that's my experience with those who sort of personify Page of Swords energies. I find that they're really adaptable. They're not closed-minded at all, but they're heavy thinkers at the same time. So my husband can at times enter this archetype quite well. And I'll be speaking to him, and I'm a rapid speaker because I'm fire and air. And so I'm a rapid speaker, and he will stop and pause. And you can see his brain. I look inside his soul and I see his brain as a Rubik's Cube, and it just like, and he's looking at it in all angles, and then he responds in a really thoughtful, controlled manner. It's a skill that I do not possess, and so I find the youth of Swords, or the Page of Swords, on that way, such a communication skill that they possess too. Really hungry, fervent, enthusiastic communicators, but articulate and very clever with their words. And so that's definitely a personality that I feel will be entering the equation during this full moon. Then we have the Father of Cups, the King of Cups, which is a bit of a Renaissance man. And so this suggests like integration with the arts, like arts, that emotional and intuitive type of art, imagination, really heightened senses of imagination, and potentially senses that will be triggered by art, like visual arts or audible arts, artistic media in some equation. I really feel that music and wine and a little dancing and just really intimate kinds of gatherings will sort of trigger a much more co-creative, combustive type of imaginative energy, something that really sort of helps to paint a colorful picture of a beautiful thing that is about to enter your life. And that's not in a predictive sense, okay? When I say a beautiful thing, it's like the possibility of something beautiful to allow you to elevate the spirit in order to meet that potential beautiful thing, right? And so here we have the Mother of Pentacles. And so I relate to this woman. I relate to this queen. This sort of throws into that sharp relief something that I've been saying about the King of Cups, and that is that Renaissance man, the arts, the going out, the having a drink, the dancing, the admiring artistic mediums. And then the Mother of Pentacles comes in with that desire for quality and that desire for luxury. So if you are planning on going on a shopping expedition or just heading out to have a really good time, then I think that this is a really great combination of cards. Travel and engagement in commerce, and even decorating a home. This card combination looks really, really interesting for that, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about luxury and quality, not in a way that suggests elitism, but in a way that really feeds the soul of the Queen of Pentacles. She is a tactile individual who appreciates beautiful things, and she's naturally drawn that way. She doesn't flick through magazines to find the most expensive item. She has expensive, luxurious taste. That is her thing. Easygoing speaker, someone who sort of naturally commands that attention. You want to listen to her, but she's got a little honey in her voice, and so it soothes you. You feel really listened by her, and you feel quite heard, is what I'm supposed to say there. You feel quite heard by her. She really holds a good space, a space where you can relax, where you can feel comfortable. She's a really great entertainer. And so put these two cards together, and this is like decision making at its best, enthusiastic decision making about positive things. And then this combination is about mixing the best of water in the creative capacity, in the vibrant creative capacity, with the best of earth, in that, I just feel like doing the really lush, luxurious thing where I want to go and get an Airbnb. I did this for my birthday. this year. Instead of going camping, I went and I booked out an entire beautiful Airbnb that was really lovely, with a beautiful spa and great linen, took the whole family, beautiful food, that type of event. And it really made me journal a lot, and that's the headspace there that I was in, is I was meeting both of those archetypes in my personal expression. And so it's most likely will. I cannot, why am I not reading the messages? No, all messages are visible. Huh. Oh, that's better. Oh, I did not know that it was buffering.